Hi team. I've decided to change things up a bit. I love vlogging, but I've found that if I go in deep and say all the things I want to say about a book and take you down the rabbit holes with me, then my vlogs are going to be like an hour long, and that nobody wants to watch an hour long vlog. I totally get it. So I've decided to kind of change things up a bit. I love buddy reads because I chat with my buddy and we go back and forth and we talk about you know, what we're feeling, what we're thinking, any new ideas we're having because of what we're reading. And I kind of want to do that with you as well for the books that I'm not buddy reading. So I'm going to be vlogging for each book that I'm reading and take you through the process and all of my thoughts along each book. Does that make sense? I hope so. So this is the first one of these vlogs, and I'm just about to pick up Beneath the Mother Tree by D.M. Cameron. This is an Australian book. I don't know anything about the author. I hardly know anything about this book. I think it's a bit of a mystery situation set on an island. It says it blends Indigenous history and Irish mythology. Interesting blend for me. So I'm going to vlog my thoughts and my feelings and my review and my loves and my hates on the book. And you can come along for the ride with me. So it's Sunday the 3rd of March. Just about to pick up this book. I have a quiet house because the boys have gone to the skate park, which is my only time to read on the weekends, as we all know now. I'm going to check in with you when I have some thoughts or have something interesting I want to explore by chatting with you. Okay, I'm going to read this now. Bye. Here's my first query. What the hell's a pathogen? I need to look it up. This chick's talking about she must be a scientist or something, because she's in a lab and she said everything travelled well. What did she say? A large canister of liquid nitrogen which preserved her live pathogens. A bacterium, virus or other microorganism that can cause disease. Why she got that? I don't know. So she's just set up a lab with pathogens. So she's got all of these viruses that are alive that have survived the trip. Why does she want those? What's happening? Okay. This is what happens at the start of the book, isn't it? You don't know what the hell's going on. Hi, it's Monday afternoon. I thought I'd give you an update on my reading. I read some last night. I wanted to read a lot more today, but a friend needed a cuppa, so that's where I've been all day. I'm on page 115 and I'm really liking it. It's introducing a lot of confronting material. There's a heroin junkie. There is controlling mother issues. There is grief. There is a mother lying about the paternity of her son. There are a lot of Indigenous issues, even though the main characters, there's 3, maybe 4 main characters. None of them are Indigenous, which I found quite interesting, being they're giving their commentary on Indigenous issues as white people. But anyway, so yeah, there's the idea about just underhanded racism. There's a bit of colonial Indigenous massacre history. Yeah, there's just a lot. So from all of that in 115 pages. And then I think there's some murders that are about to come, if I've read the back correctly. Yeah, there's strange deaths about to come. So I'm feeling like there's a lot of stuff. Like we could probably narrow it down. Do we need the heroin addict? Do we need, maybe all of these people are suspects, or I don't know. It's a lot. Oh, there's Irish folklore thrown in there with fairies. Yeah. I'm okay with it. I'm keeping track of it. It's not too much. I'm just like going, whoa, every time, something comes up, I think, oh, there's another thing, there's another major issue that we're just kind of introducing. So my thought is that I hope DM Cameron pulls it all together in the end. And what I don't like is when authors throw in major issues and then kind of just don't follow it up, or it's just there for the sake of being there. I would rather have it be central to the plot, and have it be something that you reference back later maybe, and sort of say, and make the reader go, oh yeah, that's why we talked about that earlier on. I think that everything that is introduced, especially the big stuff like the racism and the drug addictions and the grief, I mean, that they're all really 3 huge topics. Like, I hope that there's a reason that she's throwing them in there, or he's throwing them in there. Who is DM Cameron? She's an actress. Anyway, yeah, so I'm hoping that she is going to tie them all together somehow. But yeah, it's enjoying to read. It's easy to read. I just have kids by myself tonight, so I'm just focusing on that, and then I will give this a read, hopefully, later on tonight. I just thought I'd update you because I haven't spoken to you today. Okay, I'll talk to you when I've read something more. Good morning. It's Tuesday at 6 a.m. and I'm awake, so I'm going to read. No children are up. It's a miracle. So I'm going to get in some quick reading before they wake up. You watch, I'll read one page and they'll be awake. Tuesday afternoon. I've been at school all morning and it's probably an hour before I have to go and pick up the kids. So I'm just going to hopefully finish this off. I'm up to page 197. I'll wrap it up and tell you what the story's about and all that at the end, but it needs to come together a bit more for me. That's where I'm at with this book. Anyway, I'll talk to you on the other side. There's so much going on in this book. I need to get my reading log and write it down. It's just, to be honest, it's a bit too much. It's not making any sense. And it's all kind of just spectacular noise after spectacular noise. But, somebody just died. It's like a passing comment, and now she's in her lab playing with the mosquitoes and the medicines and I don't know. I'm so confused. I hope that in the end I kind of go, but too much has happened already and nothing's been pulled together, so I don't know. Just spoiler alert, like I don't know if it is or not. I don't know. I think she just turned into a mosquito. Like, I think she just turned into a mosquito and she is killing animals. So a dog has died mysteriously, and now she wanted to go and infect a woman who got the councils to resume spraying mosquitoes on the island. So she went over to infect her, but she couldn't get in. So she went over and infected this woman's favourite horse. I'm so freaking confused. Surely she can't be a mosquito. How is this working? Oh my God. This book is too much. I don't know what's going on. I need to read on, but really I had to just kind of go, what the hell? She's a mosquito. Doesn't make any sense. Right, but now she's just woken up and it was a vivid dream, but it's seeming like it was for real. So she just dreamed that she infected the horse and was a mosquito. Oh my God, what is happening? Hi, I just got back from the gym Oh, it was a tough one, let me tell you. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I am on page 245, so I've only got... Oh, I can't move the maths. 80 pages, maybe? I don't know. So I plan on sitting here and finishing this now. I was reading this before I had to get up and take the kids to school and do gym, and I didn't want to leave it. So I didn't want to leave it, not because it's amazing, but just because something's going on and I want to see how it ends. But I'll give you all that wrap up. Yesterday I posted a picture on Instagram of me reading this underneath a tree. And I did. I went to school and then I went to this great reserve place that I always drive by, and I sat and read under the tree for a while. But I didn't take any video footage. And I've taken this to the park and done all that, and I've only taken vlog footage when I'm on this bed and inside this house and I'm reading the book. And it's made me question whether I should post it, because I don't want to post this vlog because I don't want to seem insincere with my Instagram photo. But I think the thing that, I think I get too nervous in public because I'm worried that if I'm out there and something happens, I need to talk to you about it because we're buddy reading this, right? And I'm too nervous to do that when we're out and about. So I have to get over that. But anyway, I had this idea that I wasn't going to post this vlog, and then I thought, no, you know what? I'm just going to explain myself. Explain that I'm just weak and scared, and posted it. Anyway, I know you'll understand. It's something silly that goes on in your brain, hey? Anyway, let's keep reading and finish this sucker off because I'm kind of done with it. Right now, I'm 20 pages from the end, but I just had to jump on. Spoiler alert, we're in this crazy, psychotic killing scene that just does not fit in with this book at all, and I'm reading it going, what the hell? You know, when things just crop out of nowhere and it just doesn't make any sense. I don't know why there's a woman running around with a knife. I don't know why. This book has lost me. But I'm going to finish the 20 pages and I'll talk more about it later. Oh, nice empty washing basket behind me, sorry. Okay, I just finished it. Right. Let me just start with telling you what it's about, because that's the only place I know where to start from. So this is a book mainly about Irish folklore. We're on an island off the coast of Australia, and it is told from 4 perspectives. So you have Grappa, who is the grandpa of the island. He's an alcoholic, but he's also heavily invested in Irish folklore. He's from Ireland, and his family emigrated to Australia, and he believes in the fairies and the other realm of the Irish folklore. He's very connected to the land of the island and believes that the moon and all of the animals are helping his fairies in his folklore. Then you have Ayla, who is his granddaughter, and she's just moved back to the island, and Ayla has been told all of these stories all of her life, so believes them, and her grandpa believes that she's the queen of the fairies and that the Norfolk pine saves her, I guess the mother tree. She's lost in her life. She tried to be a vet, couldn't cut it, came back to her home where she grew up and lives with her mum. have to stop the video. I got more food from next door. They feed me every day. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then you have, oh, what's her name? Marlies. And then you have Marlies. She's a bit of a crazy. She moves to this island with her son Riley after she just lost her husband, and she's into mosquitoes. She's a scientist and she breeds mosquitoes and she keeps alive those pathogen things that I had to look up, but live viruses. And then her son Riley, who's been very sheltered, who she's homeschooled, who she's kept away from the world because she needs him with her. She's very scared of losing him. But he's 20 years old. It's kind of bizarre. So the story evolves. Riley and Ayla fall in love. That was always going to happen. Riley hates his mum and hates her protectiveness of him. The secret unfolds where she told Riley that his dad was dead, worked out it wasn't, and then there's this big uncovering of that mystery. The mysterious deaths are of a dog, the heroin addict owner, and a horse. And the horse belonged to a woman who wanted the mosquitoes sprayed, and Marlies got angry about that. And so through that whole process, we learn about shapeshifters in the folklore. We learn about Marlies turning into mosquitoes, maybe. We learn about her thriving off the mosquitoes as her people. She gets very upset with Ayla because she's taking Riley away from her because Riley's fallen in love. So there's a crazy scene with a knife. It's all a little crazy. I spoke to you a while ago about all of these, you know, really big themes being introduced and whether they all came together. They didn't. They didn't at all. None of them were explored properly. The thing that I'm most confused about is this. You've got the Irish folklore stuff, which is Grappa and Ayla. And then you've got Grappa is in a relationship with Auntie Dora, who is a First Nations person whose family grew up on the island. And every now and then you're kind of introduced to a bit of Indigenous history about about the killings and the massacres and all that sort of stuff. What I find bizarre is that we focus on the Irish folklore on this island off the coast of Australia. So it is all about how this Irish man, through his folklore, is connecting to the land of the island and the animals and stuff. And then Ayla often talks about how she feels like she's a stranger to the island even though she grew up there, and how this isn't really their land, it's really the land of the Indigenous people. So DM Cameron's trying to make that point. But what I find bizarre is that we focus on the Irish folklore, we focus on the visitors, when we could be really focusing on the Indigenous beliefs and the Indigenous laws of that island. Why are we focusing on the colonizers' thoughts and all of the fairies and the spirits and all of that sort of stuff? I don't know, I just found it bizarre that I thought the author was kind of paying homage to the Indigenous ideas just because she felt she had to, because that was the right thing to do, but she didn't explore it. She didn't explain anything about the Indigenous law of that land. She just kind of put it in there just to kind of protect herself, I guess. That's how I felt. And then we focus on the Irish stuff, which is all brought over from Ireland, you know, to an island that was colonized where the Indigenous population was massacred, and then we still focus on that colonizers' beliefs. That kind of put me in a bit of a bad mood. Like I didn't like that. Does that make any sense? I mean, the writing was fine. It wasn't bad writing. I don't know, in a wrap up, I don't know, it's all a bit all over the place for me. There's lots of things that weren't explored, that were introduced. The Indigenous stuff is just the tip of the iceberg there. We've got grief, we've got drug addiction, we've got all of those sorts of things that just kind of flew around. We've got domestic abuse, we've got so much stuff. it's just a lot. And then a crazy knife-wielding woman at the end who drinks a bottle of scotch. Like, I just, oh my gosh. It's really, really bizarre. The writing's fine. It's easy to read. There's nothing wrong with the writing. It's just too much in one book. We could have just focused on Irish folklore and that would have been fine. We didn't need the adultery and the drug addiction and the domestic abuse and all of these other characters with all of these other issues involved. And kind of with the Indigenous people kind of thrown in there as a sideline idea is how I thought it was. Like, that idea of underhanded racism was mentioned once. The massacres were mentioned a couple of times. Like, it just didn't make any sense. If you're going to have a book, to me, if you're going to have a book that's beneath the mother tree on an island in Australia, then you've got to really delve into the Indigenous beliefs of that island. It cannot be about the colonizers' ideas. That's consuming me. I know I said that a few times. Anyway, 2. This is a 2-star. Sorry. It just wasn't pulled together properly for me at all. There was too much going on and it could have been pared back a lot. Yeah, 2 stars. It's a shame because I was looking forward to this, but that's okay. We've got to read them to experience it. I get it. Right, so yeah, that's the end of this vlog. I don't know how successful this is going to be. You watched me read a book, you watched all my reactions. Unfortunately, it was a 2-star book, so that's not a good way to start out. But anyway, that's it from me for this vlog. I'll see you when I pick up another book. Hopefully, that's better than this one. Bye.